Hi guys, it's your girl Rita Busayo and I'm back again. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Just click on that subscribe button to join the family already. And already part of the family, thank you for tuning in once again. So without wasting any time, let's just get to today's video, guys. For those who have watched my previous video, I guess you already know what this show is about. But if you have not watched it, just watch this and then you watch that. I'm going to put a link in the description box below for you guys, so you can watch the previous one as well. So let's get to today's show. I had to drop everything to welcome you guys properly to the show. So I welcome you to the first ever episode of Hey, are you ready? Are you ready? I hereby welcome you to the first ever episode of Converse with RB. I'm not alone today. Yeah, I have 3 guests in the house, 3 beautiful and intelligent guests in the house who will be sharing their opinion with us, you and me. We will be sharing our opinion with you guys, basically. So, and we're going to be discussing a very sensitive topic, a topic that a lot of people don't want to talk about sometimes, which is the rape culture. So I'm going to allow my guests to introduce themselves to you guys. Over to you guys.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, our dear listeners. Welcome to our YouTube channel once again. This is Converse with RB. We are here today to talk about something very important, something that is very rampant, that has become so rampant in our society today. I'm actually a guest on this show. I am Oluwatobiloba Jolumo. I am an economist, a financial analyst, and I'm also an administrative officer. So we are here to discuss. So feel free to press the like button, do subscribe, and your comments are actually welcomed in the comment section below. Once again, your like button is important. Thank you very much as you listen.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video. My name is Dami, and I welcome you to Converse with RB. I'm a nurse graduate. I run a non-governmental organization with a few of my friends. We recently started this organization about a month or 2. And we deal with abuse, sexual violence, any form of abuse basically. So you can check our Instagram page at safeyears.com. Feel free to send us a DM if you have anything you want us to listen to, or you have a complaint or anything, or any help you might need. If you're new to this channel, please like, share, and subscribe, and please comment.
Hi guys, my name is Ellen. I'm a friend to RB. So she sent me some list of questions to discuss today. The topic for today is the word rape. Yeah, I know, that's a very big word, rape. So let's get into today's discussion.
So I guess you understand the reason why I said beautiful. Like, my guests are beautiful. Don't worry, you'll be confirming that intelligence part in just like few seconds. So I'll be handing over to my guests now. They'll be talking to you guys about what is rape, like what is rape culture, what do you understand by the word rape, and who is a rapist actually. So over to you guys.
Once again, we are here to discuss about the rape culture, what rape is actually. Now, first of all, according to section 357 of the Nigerian Criminal Code Act, we're told that rape is the unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman by a man. That is forcefully sleeping with a woman against her will or against her consent. In Nigeria, for example, we're told that, I think most people know that a girl child below the age of 16 cannot give a consent. A girl child below the age of 16 cannot actually give a consent to do a particular thing. This is actually saying that, okay, she might actually feel, okay, this thing is actually good for me, let me do it. But at the end of the day, or in the long run, if she's saying that this thing will not benefit me, this thing will not profit me, she will draw back, she will take back her consent. Therefore, if such cases, if they are taken to court, realize that they will tell you that, okay, she's a minor, she cannot give a consent. So in our country, in most countries, most especially in Africa, where I'm from, we have so many cases of rape whereby the society, they are even silent about it. The society, they are giving a deaf ear to the cries of women, they are giving a deaf ear to the cries of our teenage girls, which is not supposed to be so. Now we realize that there are some cases whereby rape happens and we do not even know that it is rape, because there are so many types of rape. If we are to talk about rape extensively, we are not going to live here today. So I'm just going to touch the main points which I've said earlier. Rape is the unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman by a man, sleeping with a woman against her will or against her consent. Now I used to say something, in as much as a man can actually visit a brothel, book a prostitute, have his way with her, then he has no right whatsoever to actually rape a female child into society. He has no right whatsoever to actually rape a woman in society, because he can actually go into a brothel or an hotel, book a room, have his way, have fun, and all the likes. Now we realize that this rape we are talking about happens for a good number of reasons. Sometimes rape can be for vengeance, probably to just seek vengeance. Rape can be maybe to for ritual purposes, and it can be for other purposes as well. Now as we go on, we are going to talk about some other things. Thank you very much for listening.
The first question is meaning of rape, and I researched to give a clear definition of rape. So yeah, I'll read it out. So rape is an unlawful sexual intercourse or any other sexual penetration of the vagina, anus, or mouth of another person, with or without force, by a sex organ, other body parts, or foreign objects without the consent of the victim. Without the consent of the victim. So I think the definition is well self-explanatory. Like, I don't need to go into details.
Okay, so now I'm going to be discussing about who a rapist is and what rape means. A rapist is a person that engages in rape, and rape itself is a type of sexual assault that involves sexual intercourse or other forms of sexual penetration, usually against the person and without that person's consent.
Thank you very much, Toby, Dami, and Helen. So I was actually going to define for you guys what rape is according to Google. I'm not going to be doing that again. My guests have done it. They've said a lot. You understand? Just go back and watch it if you did not get it the first time. And I'm going to add to what Dami said. Dami said a rapist is someone who engages in rape, basically. But for me as well, I'm going to add this to it. If you are that lady out there, because I actually got I got this message a few days back on my phone, and I also saw something similar also on the internet myself, and I'm like, why would a lady even do that to a friend? So if you're a lady out there that you actually set your friends up and tell and maybe make deals with guys to rape your friend because probably she has done something wrong to you, and you think you are innocent, excuse me, you are the actual rapist. In case you did not know, I'm telling you now, you are the actual rapist. The only reason why you did not do it is because you cannot perform it. You understand? So you have to go and make a deal with a guy to do it for you, or to a man to do it for you. So you are the actual rapist. If you are that uncle out there that you did something with your niece and you think, okay, she's your blood, she cannot say anything, and you think that you are normal, uncle, you are not normal, you are an actual rapist. And if you are that husband that think that it's your right to have your way anytime without your wife's consent, excuse me, it is not your right. That is her body. Whether you are married to her or not, it is her body. So if you have defiled your wife thinking that it is your right, it's not your right, uncle, you're also an actual rapist. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to be moving on to the next question. Next thing I'm going to be talking about, guys, is why do rape happen, and why is the case even increasing every day? Like, for me, every day I wake up, like, I just feel so sad. Whenever I see a news about rape, I'm like, what's going on? Why is this still happening? And I feel like the reason why all this thing is still happening is because there's no appropriate punishment. People that are doing it are not punished, and then there's there's this preferential treatment that are being given to some people. There are people that are like influential because they are rich and all, they just pay their way off. And then some, because of like our culture. So let's say, for example, a father rapes his daughter. At the end of the day, they are going to just discuss it inside the family and forget about it, forgetting that you're actually harboring a rapist in your family. You're supposed to report that kind of person, no matter, even if the person is your blood. You are helping the person. Some people actually need rehabilitation. So you shutting your mouth about it and saying you're not going to say anything, I feel like that's one of the reasons why it's still actually increasing in the society today. These people actually, they are like given the opportunity to even go out and do more. That's basically it. These people are not being punished. Some of them, okay, sometimes they'll say this person has been sentenced to life imprisonment. At the end of the day, when they sentence them to life imprisonment, before you know it, 2 years or 3 years later, they will say something happened and then they will set them free. And some people, they are even the rapists, they are still living in the society. Why? Because they have money, they have a lot of things, so they just walk their way around and then they just go unpunished like that. Forgetting about the lady that has been molested, forgetting about the lady that has been violated. I feel like another thing that actually adds to it, I feel like, is our culture. The culture that doesn't have respect for women today. Like, men are being raised to feel like they are superior. They are being raised to feel like they are born a different way. Excuse me, you came out the same way we came out, the same passage. If whether you're a man or a woman, it's the same no matter what. So I feel like everyone should be treated same, whether you're rich, whether you're poor. If a poor lady comes today and tell you she has been raped, no matter by a rich man or even by a poor man, let them get their justice. There should not be any preferential treatment because you are influential, because you are rich, and don't let them go unpunished. So, and I feel like parents also have a lot of things to do about it. Parents should raise their kids equally. Don't say because this is a girl, you're going to raise her in a different way, and then you raise your male child in a different way. It should never be so. So I don't want to waste time, because I know that most of us actually have knowledge about these things already. So I'm going to be moving on to the next question. So guys, the next face you're going to be seeing is the face of my guest, and you'll be talking to Toby and Dami. They'll be talking to you guys about consent. Like, I think they mentioned it in their definition as well. So what is this consent? What is sexual consent? Over to you guys.
The other time I spoke that rape is usually without the person's consent. So discussing about consent basically means permission, the go ahead. Were you giving the permission to move forward? Were you giving the go ahead to go to the next stage? It is yes or no, simple. If you were giving the go ahead, then you can proceed and do whatever you want to do. And if you are not, you stop at that point. Immediately you stop. It does not matter whether you're about to die. It does not matter what is happening at that point in time. You immediately stop, because it is like red signal. It is an alert. You stop. If you do not stop, then it can lead to sexual assault. If you don't stop, it has turned to something else. It's going to lead to sexual assault because you were not given the permission to do whatever you are doing.
The next thing we are going to be discussing today is the word consent. What consent is. Now, literally or in a layman language, we can say consent is the permission given to do something. We can say consent is just, giving out the permission to carry out an act, giving out an instruction to actually do something. Now, realize that consent in rape does not even happen, because the man just come out of nowhere, have his way, have fun, and that's the end, leaving the girl child brutalized and left with so many trauma at the end of the day. Now, if you are talking about consent in rape, it's actually saying the girl child should give her consent, saying that, okay, Mr. Man, have your way. If she's not giving her consent, then it is totally wrong. It is totally wrong. As a rational human being, if I want somebody to actually carry out an assignment for me, if I want somebody to do something for me, I have to give the person my consent. If I want somebody to take my stuff, I have to say, okay, hey you, pick it up, hey you, do something like this for me. Okay, let's talk about our show today. The way RB invited me to come and talk on this show today, if she did not give me her consent, I will not be here today. If she did not give me that legal consent to say, okay, come and talk to my people, come and do this, I would not be here talking. So consent is just the act of deliberation and reasoning together. Come, let us do this thing. Come, let us carry this act. Come, let us do something together. So my dear listeners, we can say consent is the act of what? That of reasoning and deliberation. Deliberate together, rub minds together to do something. Don't just do something. In Nigerian law, I think we all know that a girl child who is up to 16 cannot actually give her consent. If she's saying, okay, I want to do this thing, and in the long run, if she's saying that this thing will not benefit me, she will withdraw her consent and say she's not doing again, because she knows that this thing will actually injure her, this thing will actually cause trauma at the end of the day. So my dear listeners, in everything you do, always give your consent. It is always important, but not in rape, not in any rape case. Thank you.
To add to what Toby said earlier, consent can be withdrawn. In case you did not know, we are telling you now. You can withdraw your consent anytime. Let's say, for instance, you guys started kissing. Perhaps she said yes at first, and then now she's saying no. She says stop. That means stop. That means she's taking back her consent from you. She doesn't want to do. She's no longer interested. It's very simple. No is no. Stop is stop. As simple as ABC. I don't know why these people don't just get it. When someone says stop, that means stop. It's just like all these traffic lights when you're going on the road. When the red light comes on, that means it's telling you to stop. Like that. It's just like a red signal. Stop. If you now continue, that means you have violated already. Basically, so that's just it. So guys, Toby's going to be discussing with you guys about what's the cause and who is to blame according to our society today. So over to you, Toby.
Okay, thank you once again. We are going to talk about the causes of rape in our society, and who are those to be blamed. Who are those to be blamed? First of all, I think number one major factor that causes rape, to me, in my own opinion though, I would say the family. Like the family, the parental upbringing. As we all know, even the Bible tells us that parents should train their child in the way of the Lord, and when they grow up, they will never depart from it. Parents should see sex education. They should actually pass across sex education to every of their children, regardless of their gender, both the male child and the female child. Most parents, they only center on the female child. Okay, do this, don't do this, don't do that, forgetting and neglecting the male child. And the parents should also remember that this male child, they can actually go out into the society. They will therefore be influenced by their friends, by their colleagues, trying to do whatever their mates are also doing outside. And this is not supposed to be so. Therefore, our parents at home, as an upbringing mother, anyone who is aspiring to be a mother, please, when you are married and you have kids, sex education should be taught in the home. Teach your children, the girl, the boy, everybody. Let everybody be aware. I think that settles that. Now, coming to the society itself, the society sometimes we are to be blamed, because if I'm very right, there are still so many parts of this continent, of the world, that they turn a very blind eye to some rape cases. They will just do as if they are not aware. Meanwhile, some people are inside their families suffering in silence because they don't know who to cry out to. They don't know who to actually call to help them. So therefore, the society, if you see cases, rape cases, if you see victims, please report them to the appropriate authority. Help the girl child. Help her. Help everybody. Whosoever you are seeing today and you are feeling like, okay, this person is in trauma, this person has been raped, console the person. Give the person some words of encouragement. Rape case, it's not the end of the world. And I think another factor we have to consider here is the church. The church itself. There are so many things that should be put in place in the church, but no, we all go to church to lift up holy hands. I know that is very true and correct. Yes, we have to go to church to pray and the likes, but there are some programs that are to be taught in church, and there are some programs that are supposed to be established in church, whereby you can actually help some people, such as some youth conferences, youth programs and the likes. Call some youth leaders, some youth pastors to actually encourage some men, put them in the way of the Lord, put them in the way of righteousness. They will not depart from it. I know, yes, some people say Christianity is not everything. Yes, I quite agree with that. But at the same time, if the family has failed, if the society has failed, the church should not fail. And again, we're going to talk about the government. The government, I think in Nigeria, for example, we have failed to actually institutionalize some laws. Some rape cases today, if some people are actually sentenced to life imprisonment and the likes, they will still come out at the end of the day and actually repeat their act. And it's not supposed to be so. Please, our government, whenever you have some rape cases, please don't just take it with levity. Don't take it lightly. Handle it with utmost care. Handle it as if no, these victims, they are your children. Handle it as if they are your blood. Handle it with every strength in you. Thank you very much for listening. I believe those are just the factors that are causing rape. And again, peer influence too is also a factor. Then who is to blame? I believe, to me, like I said, it's my own opinion. I'm just talking about my own opinion, what I know or what I feel is right. I think an individual that is a man should actually be blamed. Some people will say, okay, let us blame the girl child because of the way she dresses and not because she's wearing skimpy dresses, she's wearing a cloth that is exposing her boobs. It's not supposed to be so. In as much as an alaja wearing hijab head to toe can be raped, then I don't see a reason why you should blame a girl child for any rape case. Don't blame a girl child, blame the individual. Why will you do such an evil act? It's just an act of, animalistic behavior, and it's not supposed to be. So once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Toby. Like, you've said almost everything, and I just want to add this. Parent out there, please just raise the children equally. Stop telling the male child like you are the man. We know. You don't need to tell us that is the man. We know that is the man. If he wants to feel special, then he should work for it. If you want to feel special, you work for it. You don't just come and start feeling superior for what you didn't work for. That's the mentality, and that's what the parents keep telling the male child. Like, whenever a female child does something wrong, she gets like the whole family actually gather to discuss it. But if it's the male child, they just say maybe few words to scold him, and that's it. Why? Because he's a man. The same sex education you are giving to the female child, why can't you give that same sex education to the male child? I don't see why you cannot educate the male child, because I feel like that's the reason why this thing keeps increasing every day. Because you cannot tell me now that it's all those ancestors that have died, that raped men, that raped women in those days, that are still coming back to rape because they are dead. Which means we are the one raising these rapists. They are being raised up in the family. So the family has a lot to do. As an individual, you have a lot to do. So I'm just going to move on because I don't want this video to be too long. So let's move on to the next question, guys. So guys, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is victim shaming. Let me repeat it. Victim shaming. Victim shaming. Yes. Like, this pisses me off a lot. Whenever I go on, probably on social media, when a victim comes out to share experience and all that, like, it pisses me off when I see people commenting nonsense. Pure rubbish. You don't have, like, you really don't have a point. So why are you now sharing your stupid opinion? Just shut up. It's not even opinion. This one is just like literally just typing rubbish. You understand? Basically. So it pisses me off a lot. People come under the comments and say, why were you there? What was she wearing? Blah 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 blah. You are the ones seducing men with your clothes and all. Like, I'm like, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma. That's not the case. That is not the issue. The issue is someone has been violated, someone has been molested, she has been assaulted, and she's coming out to tell you guys, to share her experience with you, not for you to now come and start saying nonsense. If you don't have anything to say, shut up and move on. Like, I feel like on social media, a lot of people post every day. So why not just move to the other post instead of talking in the rubbish? You are talking in the nonsense. You understand? Like, it's so annoying, guys. Like, very annoying. People come and say what the person is wearing. So the last time I checked, the oldest victim in Nigeria is 80 years. Please, I want to ask, for those that used to shame victim, I just want to ask you a question. This is for you. Please, what do you think that old woman now did now? What did she do? Will you now tell me that old woman too was seducing them before they raped her? Like, people don't think. You have to think before you type nonsense. And then the youngest victim, in case you don't know, I'm telling you now, is like 4 months. 4 months. What did that baby do? Just tell me. And then you come under people's comments and then you start saying nonsense. Why was she there? Why did you go out with him? Blah 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 blah. So the next thing we're going to be discussing about is rape apologists. Okay, rape apologists. So probably you're a rape apologist that you don't even know. We're going to be telling you now that you're a rape apologist. Over to you, Dami.
So regarding this whole rape issue, there are a lot of people that they've had different opinions about this topic. And there are some people that when they talk, you just be looking like, and it is somebody that gave birth to you. Like, with the way we're talking, somebody's one that gave birth to you. Because how can some people justify the action? Like, I don't get it. those people, they are referred to as rape apologists. They are the ones that put blame on the victim. They are the ones that they will be like, it's not all men, it's not all women. It does not matter whether this has nothing to do with the gender, it has nothing to do with the race, it has nothing to do with anything. Both, I know men and women, they are all like both genders are victims of rape, but at the same time, it is not the time to exclude yourself and say, it's not all men. Rape is a bad thing, and it is not supposed to be, it's not permitted, and it is wrong. So when you are saying, no, it's not all men, I'm not part of them, or what was she wearing, or why was she there, like this girl that was raped in the church and then killed. Church is like supposed to be a sanctuary. It's supposed to be like a safe space. So I don't get why somebody would ask, why was she reading in church? Who are you to ask that kind of stupid question? I don't get it. Those kind of people, they are rape apologists, and if care is not taken, they are rapists too. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you are justifying a rapist, that means you can rape somebody too.
So the next thing we'll be talking about is the punishment for these criminals, these oppressors, these molesters. Over to you guys.
Talking about the punishments for these culprits or the oppressors or the offenders. The first one I would say is public shame and disgrace should actually be done, because no one or no family likes their name to be rubbed into the mud. Nobody likes their name to be rubbished. So therefore, such person who is found guilty, let people know that yes, this person is guilty of this offense. Let this act, let them be televisionized, let everybody see, let the whole world see and say, this person, you've done this, you've done that. Now again, we can say open ridicule and shame, such as flogging. Let them take the whole victim, not the victim now, the culprit, let them take them round the whole city. Let people know that yes, they've done this and they've done that. And I can say castration. Any man found guilty of rape is a very grievous offense. An animalistic behavior. Let such person be castrated. By the time that person's manhood is no longer useful for the person will know what's up. And again, some people will say, okay, life imprisonment, such offenders should be sentenced to life imprisonment. I feel life imprisonment should not be the only punishment, because it is this same government that will come one day and say they want to grant an amnesty to these people. We hereby see that most offenders, they are released at the end of the day, and coming back into the society, they are no longer a better person. They still continue to repeat the same act, and in most cases, I believe they should be killed. Look at the story I said earlier about the 11 men gang raping a 15-year-old girl. The all 11 men should be killed. How would they do such to an underage girl? It is not right. It is not supposed to be so. And finally, I will actually say that these offenders, some of them should be sent to some rehabilitation centers. They should actually check their criminal records. They should check their past. They should check their histories. Some people, if they are not found guilty of any offense, if they don't have any criminal record, I believe they should be sent to some rehabilitation centers. Let people help them. Why have we done this act? Let people come together, help them, so that by the time they leave those places, in future, they'll be a better person in society. They'll be useful to themselves, they'll be useful to their families, and they'll be useful to the society at large. Thank you very much.
The ones who rape people, yeah. In short, we should call them monsters. Yeah. What do you think? So yeah, to my own opinion, yeah. I think the male, to the male, they should be castrated. Castration means cutting of their private parts, yeah. While to a female, cutting of their breasts. Yeah, it's as easy as that. So that, I think this the reason why I think they should be punished is because when there's law against this rape thing, it will scare people. Yeah. To make them to scare them. Yeah.
Since we all know that rape is a serious offense, it's a very big crime that leaves the victim to be traumatized for life, of which some of the victims actually, they end up committing suicide because they do not see the need to continue with their life because it has already been affected, it has been tampered with. Rape is not something that somebody would plan for. So when they are being raped, they are being violated, and it just disrupts their plans. So punishment has to be given to offenders. It has to be given. No, doesn't matter whether the person is a politician or the person is a very popular somebody. Nobody is supposed to be going scot-free. No rape is supposed to be going scot-free. But life has no balance. So a rapist could easily pay his way off and go scot-free. So since this life really has no balance, a rapist may not even be caught at all. And he could also just be asked to pay fine, like in the US under their federal law. I read it that a rapist could be asked to pay fine or be given life imprisonment depending on the severity. So I'm like, the fact that somebody has even been raped makes the whole crime goes to the extreme, because the victim's life is going to be traumatized forever. Nothing can change that. Maybe it's just going to take God's intervention and God's grace for the person before the person can be able to move forward and have a very good life. Because the victim can end up committing suicide. There's no how the victim will forever be traumatized if the person doesn't kill himself or herself. But I also read it that in Nigeria, laws have been put in place. Even though I know my country, they are not going to be really implementing it. So laws have actually been put in place concerning rape, and under the link, the link is going to be attached to this video. It was that what every Nigerian woman should know. That was like laws on rape, semicolon, what every Nigerian woman should know. That was the topic for that particular law. So there are different things that has been attached that is under that link. The criminal code is there, penal code, then the VAPP Act, that's the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. So these things they are attached to that link. You should check the link out to have more information about laws in Nigeria. There's also the Lagos criminal law. These things, if you should check it to get more education, to get more information about laws on rape.
So this is for the victims, and if you're a victim out there and you're watching this video, there's nothing I can tell you that can take away that pain, but I pray that God washes away the pain from your hearts. And I just want to tell you that you are strong, you are useful. Don't let anybody tell you that you're useless. You are useful, you are still useful to yourself, you're useful to your society, and you can still live your life. You are not the one to be shamed. The rapist is the one who is shameless. He is the one that has done that to you. But I want you to stand up on your feet and just move on with your life. It's going to be difficult, but if talking to someone will make you feel better, please do. Please do. And I don't know what to say, but I'm just so speechless right now. Like anytime I see the news on this issue, I feel a lot of pain in my heart, because I'm a lady as well. I'm a woman. This can happen to anybody, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that pain. I'm sorry you had to experience that. I'm so sorry about that, and I just pray that you get a closure. Please and please talk to someone if you want to, if you are ready to speak up. And before you speak up, ensure that you are strong, because I know that you are strong. Ensure that you're ready, because some people are out there who would always come for you, who would always want to use that against you. But you have to be strong and tell them to their face that it was never your fault. So I'll be handing over to my guests to say one or two things as well. Over to you, Toby, Dami, and Helen.
There's no words that I can say that would be enough for a victim of rape, because I've never experienced it. I don't pray to experience it. I don't even pray for my enemy to experience it because of the long life trauma that is attached to it. But I just want to say that if you are out there, you're watching this video and you've been a victim of rape, I just want you to know that it was never your fault. The rapist is the stupid person, is the foolish person, that I pray nemesis will catch up with the person. It was never your fault, and you are very strong if you are still trying to get up every morning to move forward, to look forward to a better day. And I'm praying seriously for everyone out there that has been a victim of rape, that the strength, the courage, and everything that you need to move forward, to move past this, the horrible experience that you've had. I pray that God is going to give it to you. And if you are there, that you have one thing or the other that you want to say, you are a victim of rape and you feel like you are ready to say your story, no one is rushing you. If you feel like you are ready to say your story, if you feel like you are ready to move forward, if you feel like you are ready to get closure for what has happened to you, like I said, I'm a part of a non-governmental organization. You can send us a DM, and our Instagram handle is at safeears. Safe Ears on Instagram. The link is also going to be attached to this video.
My women and my men, yeah, because men too cool. Men are being raped too, yeah. Let's face it, men too are being raped. Even though we don't see many posts or we don't see people who come out to talk about these things, but men too are being raped. So to women and men who have been sexually abused, I don't know how you guys feel. Like I can never like, I don't even know what to say. Like, my God is with you guys. Like, you guys are strong. I'm really, really sorry for you guys going through that painful moment, that period, because I know it's very, very traumatic. No one wishes to be raped. Like, that's a very traumatic, I don't know.
Words of encouragement for people who are victims. Words of encouragement for our girls, for our women who are victims of rape. We want to actually tell you that we love you, we believe you, we support you, and we are going to empower you. Please, rape is not the end of the world. If you have been raped before, just see it as an obstacle you've passed across. See it as an obstacle you've faced and you've overcome. Just see yourself as a better person. See yourself as a new creature in Christ. I believe everything will work out well for you. Now, to everybody, to every of my listeners today, I want to tell us that we should also empower ourselves. Educate yourself. Know more about these things. Know more about everything going on in the society. Respect all human dignity and all human rights. Respect human rights. Any offender, please report them. Report them and make a commitment to actually help your fellow girl. Make a commitment to actually help a woman like you. If it comes to you, okay, this is what has happened to me. This is what has become of me. Don't mock them. Don't mock people. Accept them for who they are. Embrace them. Embrace. Everybody can be a victim today. Anybody, any single soul can be a victim. Try as much as possible to help each other, embrace each other, and we should also discourage any offensive acts, any words that actually pollute people's mind. Let us discourage all this, and we should know these issues that are arising with women. All those cases about women, all those cases about a girl child, we should know more about them so that at the end of the day we will not be victims. So to those who are victims today, I want to tell you that all hope is not lost. It is not the end of the world. You're falling, yes, we know we're falling. Rise up again. You can be a better person. You can be a better person without nobody knowing what has happened to you. You can overcome yourself without anybody knowing any evil, without anybody knowing this act has actually happened to you in time past. Thank you very much once again. I love you all. Thank you for listening.
So if you've reached this point in the video, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to us. And I'll be handing over to my guests to give their conclusion on what we've been talking about since. So over to you, Toby, over to you, Dami, and over to you, Ellen.
In conclusion today, I want to say rape is not an excuse in the society today. Being drunk is not an excuse to rape. Being out of your mind or out of your senses at a particular point is not an excuse to rape a fellow human. So I want to say thank you all for listening. Any rape case in our society, let us do well to report to the appropriate authorities, and let us handle everything with care and not with levity. Let us take everything as if these things are happening to our immediate families. So thank you very much. Thank you all for listening. Do well to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Actually, your comments are actually welcomed in the comment section below. We are not perfect. We are just trying to pass our own information across. We are just trying to let everybody know our own view, what we feel it is right. So thank you very much. Say no to rape. Say no to the brutality of a girl child. Say no to the rape of women. Say no to the rape of society at large. Thank you very much. I really feel honored to be on this show today. And always subscribe to this channel, Converse with RB.
So finally, if you like my voice or my face, or you just feel like I made sensible points, I don't know if I made them, but if you feel like I made sensible points and you would like to hear from me more, you would like to connect with me, you can contact me via my social media handles on Instagram at the_quintessence_, and then you can also check my business page _D_main MANE. And if you have any problem or you've been a victim of sexual violence, like I said earlier, at Safe Ears, you can send a DM and we would respond to you ASAP. And also my Facebook, Dami Faboya. Thank you. Bye. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also share with your family members and friends, because this is a very serious topic that everybody wants to talk about it. So share it with people, because I know they have one or two things to say. So please share it with other people. Thank you very much. Comment also if you have any opinion, if you have anything you would like to say. We would respond also. Bye.
So hi guys, that's the end of the discussion. Please like, comment and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
So guys, if I come to the end of the show, thank you to my beautiful guests. Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Toby. And thank you, Ellen. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And if you've watched to this point, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and leave your comments in the comment section below as well. Share your opinion, guys. Like, we want to hear from you as well. Trust me, I'm going to reply each and every one of you. I want to hear from you. This is our own opinion. We also want to see your own opinion in the comment section below. And if you have a topic that you want me to discuss on my show, please leave it in the comment section. And if you're still watching and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, why? Just click on that subscribe button already to join this beautiful family, and click on the notification bell beside it as well, so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. And of course, if you're a victim out there and you're watching this video and you don't know who to report to, I'm definitely going to leave some organization and all that they can actually reach out to in the description box below. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Converse with RB. Bye guys.